So now we are continuing the soaps. You see, different types of soaps or classification of soaps. The soaps are classified into different types depending upon their composition as follows. You see, so laundry soaps, that is scoring powders, toilet soaps, transparent soaps, medicated soaps, lighter soaps, shaving soaps, etc. etc. So here, actually, what is the laundry soaps? You see, laundry soaps are nothing but the soaps are nothing but you see sodium salts of fatty acids. That is called the soaps, ordinary soaps. Sodium salts of fatty acids. In addition to that, there are added fillers like sodium resonate. What is the use of this? Which performs plenty of leather. You see, they use plenty of leather. Okay, and then scoring powders. You see. Of course, scoring powders are nothing but the soap product which contains, in addition to the soap, you see, they contain some abrasives. Abrasives in addition to the soaps. What are abrasives? Like borax, you see, Na2B4O7 10H2O, that is called the borax. And along with sand, fine sand powder. Fine sand powder is used, it is used or it is provides roughness to clean the dishes. You see, these powders are used to dishwashing detergents. We are call it as dishwashing powders, scoring powders. So that roughness will very useful to clean the dishes. Okay, so that is called the scoring powders, which contains fine sand powder and borax in addition to the that is soaps. Next, number 3, toilet soaps. You see, toilet soaps are nothing but the soaps which contains better quality oils. The soaps are obtained by using better quality that is oils, you see, and which does not contain excess of alkali. It does not contain excess of alkali means it does not contain any NaOH or what? KOH solution, excess. So and then in addition to this, they are added with some colors, perfumes. So depending upon requirement, you see, we are going to add some colors and perfumes are also added to the, so that is toilet soaps. Then the transparent soap, you see, like your pear soap, you see, it is transparent. We can see from either side of that is soap, you see, that is called the transparent soaps. So these transparent soaps are obtained by dissolving the soap in ethyl alcohol, you see. So that means, you see, when soap is already prepared, that prepared soap is dissolved in ethyl alcohol, and that dissolved ethyl alcohol, then it is evaporated out. So then the soap obtained is called the transparent soap. That means transparent soap is obtained by dissolving the soap in ethyl alcohol and extra alcohol is evaporated out again. Okay, that is called the that is transparent soaps. So next, medicated soap. You see, medicated soaps are nothing but the soaps which are which contains some of the substances which are in medicinal that is values, let us say. So that means they contain the substances with medical values, medicinal values. So like antiseptics, okay, antiseptics like dithionol, you see, it is one type of antiseptic. And then some colors and perfumes are also added to it in addition to the soap, you see. So those are called the medicated soaps. Then coming to the lighter soaps, you see. So lighter soaps are nothing but the soaps which floats over on the water, you see. They are very light. They are very light. So that means they float over water. And they are prepared by introducing, why they are that is floats on water, you see. So because on the soap we are going to put some holes. So that means air is introduced. Air introduced into the soap. Therefore, that is called the air bubbles are present inside the soap, you see. So therefore, the air bubbles are made to float on the water. Okay. So that means lighter soaps will float over water and they are prepared by introducing tiny air bubbles into it. So next, last one is shaving soaps. Shaving soaps are nothing but soaps which generally contains glycerol. It generally contains what? Glycerol, you see, glycerol tried with alcohol, and they do not form leather with water. So therefore, you see, they does not form leather with water. Therefore, we have to use only water, that is soft water. So hard water, in hard water, they does not use leather. Then what happens? What happens in the hard water? If you put that is shaving soap in the hard water, it forms precipitate. You see, it forms what? Precipitate. Why? Because this soap will react with the hard water, so that you see hard water contains calcium and magnesium salts. So therefore, this hard water, this soaps will react with the hard water. So that is separating or precipitating the calcium and what? Magnesium, that is ions basically. So you can write the equation for that also if you want. Write the equation how actually the precipitate is formed, you see. So let me take that is C17 H35 COO-NA, you see, COO-NA. So let me take that is 3 times. This is nothing but sodium stearate. Sodium stearate is a soap, you see. And this sodium stearate is made to react with the calcium, you see. This is hard water. Hard water. So hard water contains calcium and magnesium, that is Ca2 plus ion. So therefore you can write only 2 times here, you see, to replace it. So then you will be getting what happens here, that is C17 H35 COO twice Ca plus 2 times of Na is taken out, you see. From the soap, sodium is removed, and instead of sodium, which one is goes and attack calcium ion. So calcium ion is present in hard water. When you put the soap in hard water, so then the hard water contains calcium ions. Calcium ions will replace the sodium ion present in soap. So therefore you will be getting precipitate, calcium precipitate. This is calcium stearate, you see. That precipitate does not dissolve. Precipitate is as it is, you see. Okay. So therefore you see, so we are using only soft water. If hard water is used for your shaving soap, you see, so there is these soaps will react with hard water, where hard water contains calcium ions or magnesium ions. These calcium and magnesium ions forms precipitate with the hard water, forming calcium stearate, calcium palmitate, whatever the soap you that is fatty acids you take. So therefore you see calcium and magnesium ions present in the hard water forms precipitate with the that is the soaps, you see. So therefore soaps should not be used in water, hard water. Okay. So this is how we can that is classify the soaps into different types depending upon their composition and properties. And after that soap, you see, we are going to switch on to the another topic which is called the detergents. So these detergents are nothing but the soaps, but they does not contain any soap properties, you see. So detergents are nothing but the soaps which does not contain soap properties. Then what it means, you see, these detergents are nothing but the soapless soaps. What is meant by detergents? Detergents are nothing but the soapless soaps. These are the substances which are used for cleaning purpose. Okay. So detergents are nothing but the substances which are used for cleansing action. Okay. But these detergents can work both in the soft water as well as the hard water. We can use these detergents both in the soft water as well as what? Hard water. What it means? Detergents can produce lather even in the hard water as well as what? Soft water. But soaps can produce lather only in what? Soft water, but not what? Hard water. But detergents can work both in the soft water as well as what? Hard water. So therefore you see detergents are used instead of soaps nowadays. Okay. So these detergents generally are of 3 types, you see. The detergents are classified into how many types? 3 types. One is anionic. That is, the detergents contain negative charge. Second one is cationic detergents, which contains that is positive charge, that is reagents. So third one you see, that is non-ionic detergents. That means detergents are classified into 3 types: anionic detergents, cationic detergents, and what? Non-ionic. No charge in it, you see. So therefore, totally we come to the conclusion that you see detergents are nothing but the substances which can use both in the hard water as well as what? Soft water. Okay. And they can produce leather even in the hard water as well as the soft water. And they act as cleansing action. They act as what? Cleansing action. So that is anionic detergents, cationic detergents and non-ionic. So anionic detergents are nothing but the detergents in which anionic part of the molecule is involved in the cleansing action. So that means you see detergents, anionic detergents are nothing but the detergents in which negatively charged particle, negatively charged molecule of the detergent is involved in the cleansing action. Andre ಇಲ್ಲಿ negative, that means you see it contains negative part as well as positive part. Only the negative part of the molecule is involved in the cleansing action, not the positive part. That is the meaning of this anionic detergents. That means you see anionic detergents are nothing but the detergents in which negative part of the molecule is involved in the cleansing action. Okay, examples are nothing but you see that is sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate, and then do-decyl benzene sulfonate, do-decyl benzene, sodium do-decyl, let us say sodium do-decyl benzene sulfonate. So these are the two important examples for your anionic detergents. You see, anionic detergents are nothing but the detergents in which the negative part of the detergent is involved in the cleansing action. Cleansing action. Second one. So the examples are sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium do-decyl benzene sulfonate. So these are the two examples. Preparations are there after that. And cationic detergents. The cationic detergents are nothing but the detergents in which the positive part of the detergent is involved in the cleansing action. Cleansing action. So that is cetyl trimethyl, ammonium bromide. So this is the example for cationic detergents. Okay, that means you see cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide is an example for what? Cation. Only one example is there. So non-ionic the detergents you see, so that is that does not contain any positive part as well as what? Negative part in that you see. So only one example is there, that is a polyethylene glycol, sodium polyethylene glycol you see. Sodium salts of fatty acids with polyethylene glycol acts as non-ionic that is detergent. So anyhow you see we use only anionic as well as what? Cationic. One more that is important concept in detergents you see. If you use the detergents with more branching you see, detergents with what? More branching. So then they are not biodegradable. As the number of branching is more in the detergents you see, the detergent does not undergo what? Decomposition. So therefore you see nowadays we are using only the detergents with less branching. Detergents with what? Less branching. So now you see preparation of detergents. Preparation of what? Detergents. So first one is anionic detergent. That is anionic detergents. So for anionic detergents, sodium lauryl sulfate. So preparation of sodium lauryl sulfate first one is. Preparation of sodium lauryl sulfate, for this we have to take lauryl alcohol. Just here anionic detergents example is sodium lauryl sulfate. So this sodium lauryl sulfate is obtained by lauryl alcohol you see. What is the formula for lauryl alcohol? CH3 single bond CH2 10 times single bond CH2OH. So this is lauryl alcohol. So this lauryl alcohol is just treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO4. How do you resolve it? It can be resolved as that is OH SO3H. OH minus SO3 3H plus. This is lauryl alcohol. Lauryl Lauryl alcohol is heated to sulfuric acid concentrated, that is concentrated sulfuric acid. Again, what happens here you see, so here this H and OH is removed as H2O, that is minus H2O. Remaining is CH3Cl to 10 times CH2O, SO3H, that is CH3 single bond CH2. How many times? 10 times single bond CH2O SO3H. So this is SO3H. This is lauryl hydrogen sulfate. Lauryl hydrogen sulfate. Lauryl hydrogen sulfate. So this lauryl hydrogen sulfate is again treated with sodium hydroxide solution. Again treated with what? Sodium hydroxide solution. So then you will be getting H and OH is removed out. So finally you will be getting CH3 single bond CH2 10 times single bond CH2 ONA. This is called the sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate. So this is the one anion detergent. One anion detergent. So lauryl alcohol treated with concentrated sulfuric acid. You will be getting lauryl hydrogen sulfate. Then it is neutralized with alkali like NaOH. You will be getting sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay.